everybody. Hey, welcome to my Thursday live on this bright Thursday afternoon. How is everybody doing? We've got a great one for you today. So if you are here live, drop me a hey, let me know how you're getting on. How's everybody doing today? Just pop a hey in the comments, and if you're catching up on replay, do remember to put hashtag replay too, so that I can see all your comments later on. So today we are on mega success mindset hacks for you, because success, oh hey lovely Chantal, how are you doing? Lovely to see you. This is going to be a great one for you today. So it's all about the 3 mega success mindset hacks for you, because success really is an inside job. You know, our thoughts create our reality and our future for us. So what's going on inside our head, it shows up then in outside of us. So I'm going to go through today 3 simple, yet they are so hugely successful mindset hacks for you to overcome that self-doubt, those limiting beliefs, boost your confidence, and get you closer to creating the life that you dream about. Is that something that sounds really good for you? Just drop me a yay in the comments if it is for you. And like I said, please do join in. Just, you know, let me know who's here, say hi. Because I'm all about today, we're going to do a really quick one to actually accelerate your success, to take you to that next level. Because if you want to actually go to the next level, it takes, you know, you need to actually take your own mindset to that next level too. Hey Pauline, lovely to see you. So your brain actually focuses on obstacles. You know, it's the way that the brain works. It filters out filters your current experiences, and they are based on your past experiences and, you know, kind of what you've done in the past, your beliefs, your attitudes, you know, what you tell yourself. Hey Roshni, nice to see you. And then that almost becomes like your thermostat, you know, what you can then expect to receive. So you look to prove yourself right, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So every moment, and I want you to just really note this down, that every moment of every day, you are working towards creating the results in your life. The positive results, you're creating them, and the negative results that you're creating them too. So everything, you know, that goes on in our head, it comes out in our reality. So success is an inside job. It really is. And if you want to change, then you've got to change what's going inside your head first. Because this is all about scaling up your dreams. This is about, hey Hazel, this is about scaling your life, your business. If you've got a business, you're building your confidence to take those steps into the unknown. This is about moving past fear, building up. I'm sure that you know that you like me. I'm sure that you like me, that you want more, out there. You know, just let me know in the comments if you've got these big ideas and dreams that, you know, are kind of flowing through your brain constantly. So, you know, you just let me know if that is you. Or if it's just me that kind of has them all going along in your brain. But I know you want more. I know that you want more out there, and you deserve more out there. So you've got these ideas, you've got them all flowing. Sometimes you just don't know what to do with them. So let me just ask you a question. Yeah, you've got many of them, yes. So let me just ask you a question then. If you've got all of this stuff going on in your head that you really want to do, you've got these desires, what is actually stopping you? Just let me know in the comments now, and I'll wait a second or two as I carry on. But what stops you going to the next level right now? Brilliant, Hazel. I'm glad that you've got some great dreams and desires that you want, and the ideas. So what stops you going to that next level? What stops you doing exactly what you want and what you desire? So just let me know in the comments now what that is that's stopping your mind. Yeah, okay. So let me know what it is that's stopping you right now. And I'll carry on because there is a little bit of a delay whilst they catch up. So you know, for those of you who have been following me and or know me, that have been my programs, you'll know that I took a massive leap in January 2019. So where I gave up my very high paying senior HR director role to go all in on running my own business. So I'd been running my business before, you know, on the side, if you like. It was kind of my side thing that I was running, but I went all out in January 19, gave up the job, and kind of went all in to run my own business. And I've never looked back. I've never looked back. It's the best thing that I've ever done. And, you know, for me, I'm now a #1 best-selling author on Amazon. I've been on the radio. I've been a speaker at large, you know, numerous large-scale events. And, you know, I get to live out the life that I've created each and every single day. You know, I work with fab females who are ambitious and want to make their mark on the world. I help them bust through their, you know, their self-imposed limitations. You know, they've often held them back for years and years. Basically getting rid of the crap that's kind of has often held them hostage. You know, and stop them doing what they really, really wanted to do, so that they can actually be free to step into their true potential. So I'm an NLP trainer as well. So within my coaching programs, I use powerful NLP and timeline therapy techniques too. So it's a rapid transformational technique to remove those lifelong blocks, such as self-doubt, anxiety, you know, those emotions of anger and frustration, fear and sadness. And so because of I'm an NLP trainer, I also run accredited NLP trainings too. So for those that want to be a coach, those aspiring coaches, or those that just want to experience the huge transformation that I experienced when I did the first program, you know, that's what you know, that happens in those programs, in those training programs. Because I am so passionate with helping women create life on their terms, you know, and fulfill their desires by creating their, you know, the life that they dream about. As it's all about results. It's all about the results. I transform women's lives. They get rid of the fear, those limitations. So I can see that there's a few things coming up here, that you feel resistance, you've got that fear, that self-doubt. So Hazel, you also feel like you need more income already coming to upscale. Okay, so that is a block that we have. It's just a belief that it's like one of your self-sabotaging techniques that you're kind of doing with yourself, because you don't. There's so many things, and we'll look at that today. I'll give you some tips today that you can take away with you, but you don't need to be waiting for you to have the money to upscale. You don't need to do that. You know, for me, you know, we'll touch on that for you, Hazel, but you don't need to do that. It's just something that's actually been holding you back. So I'm passionate about helping women do this. And, you know, I've transformed my own life as well as my family's too. So, you know, we've all grown in confidence and self-belief, and for me, I've got that financial freedom now. And it's something that you can have. Everything really is possible. So I want you to kind of get rid of the thought now that you either, you know, you've got to have more of something to get what you desire. You know, if I can do it, then you can do it. You know, I'm no different to any of you. I haven't got anything exceptional that you haven't got. I absolutely believe that everybody's got it in them to do all of this. So let's just see if there's any more comments there. So, and for me as well, it's not just about me actually achieving that massive success, and transforming my life. You know, all my clients have experienced that huge transformation too. So I want you to stop assuming right now that things aren't possible for you. It's only you that's deciding that. It's only the stuff that's getting in your, you know, that you're running through your own mind that's stopping you. So like you've sort of said, you know, we've already had some obstacles coming up. For me, the #1 obstacles that I see coming up all of the time, and we've already had it, is fear, that self-doubt. You know, it's that fear of being judged, of being criticised. And actually being able to stay focused and having clarity of vision, you know, knowing exactly what you want. A lot of people don't actually know that. They lack confidence, that belief in themselves. They lack that belief in themselves, so they think that they're not good enough, or they're not worthy enough. And the other one, it's a big one, and I see all the time, is comparing themselves to others too. They see what other people are doing, and so then they compare themselves to that. So let me know in the comments if any of those that I've just mentioned, any of those resonate with you too. Because, you know, they're the things that I see coming up all of the time. Now, beliefs are a choice. So, you know, when I used to think things like, you know, you, Hazel, when, you know, I needed more money to do that, or I used to think I'll be confident when I do X, Y, Z. You know, when my business is bigger, when I've got more money, that's when I can upscale. You know, so when I've got more money, I'll do this, this and this. We need to think about it differently. We really need to think about it differently. Yes, so you compare yourselves to others all the time. Thank you, Roshni. And Pauline, yeah, comparing yourself to others. It's something that comes up. But we've got to reframe these beliefs, because your mind will always believe what you tell it. So if you tell it, I can't upscale, I can't do that until I've got X, Y, Z, or I will never be as good as them, and you're constantly doing this, that's exactly what you believe, and then it becomes that self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, so we need to take the big leap. I want you to realise just how amazing that you really are. That we've got to get rid of this stuff. You've got to get rid of this stuff that's holding you back. You've got to value, you know, you've got value inside of you. You know, you've got to start believing that. So, Hazel, yes, you see other ladies who are what you perceive to be better than you. Yeah. I see it all the time, and you're not, you know, they're not any different to you. So you've just got to have that belief. And when we do the mindset hacks today, you'll have some tools to take away with you today. Because we need to take that leap now. You've got to start believing that you are good enough. And, you know, and what it really takes to succeed. Yeah, because like I said, success is that inside job. So you've got to scale your mindset. You've got to scale up if you want your life to scale up. You've got to do the work, you know, you've got to do that. If you want to scale up, you've got to do this. You know, things happen for you, not to you. And I know it's something you've probably heard me say all the time, you know, so, you know, look at what's happened this year. You know, with lockdown and then the restrictions that we've kind of got, there's no point carrying on as normal without changing. We've all got to change. We've all got to change. Sorry, let's grab a drink. We've got work going on today. So I've got a lot of dry throat. So, here's the thing. Too many women in business overlook this and skip straight to the business strategies, but then they struggle to implement the strategies because they've got way too many mindset blocks themselves that are holding them back. And that keeps them stuck. And so they end up not making the progress that they want, and then they give up a lot of the time. So I know that you're meant for something bigger. I know that you've got these dreams and aspirations. You want incredible things to happen in your life. You want that extraordinary life of freedom, of wealth, of success, of happiness and abundance. And it's all there for you to have. So, okay. One, you've got to trust it. You've got to trust in yourself as well. You've got to have that. We've got to bin the reasons and excuses now. And we've got to take our mindset to the next level. You know, we've got to get a stronger mindset. So mindset hack number 1 today is focusing on what you want. Sounds really simple, doesn't it? Sounds really simple, but actually it's the biggest thing. It's the biggest thing that I come across, that either people don't know what they want, or they are concentrating on what they don't want to happen rather than what they do. It's the biggest reason that I see that people go off track. They get frustrated because, you know, they don't feel like they're going in the right direction. But it's because they've not got clear on what they want. So just have a think about that now. If I asked you, yeah, where focus goes, energy flows. Absolutely. And you've taken one of my little sayings. I know I say that one. It's one of my favourites because it absolutely does. All your thoughts, you know, create your actions. They create your reality. So if you are constantly focusing on the negative of what you don't want, guess what you're bringing to you? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So, you know, your brain doesn't process negatives. It doesn't process. So every time you are saying, oh, I can't do that, you know, I don't want that. Yes, I was joking, Roshni, I was joking. No, you know, think about your language that you're saying to yourself and outside as well. And are you actually focusing on what you want or what you don't want? Do you really know what you want? Are you dreaming big enough? So I want to ask you all of these questions now. Make a note of them if you can. Do you know what you really want? Are you dreaming big enough? You know, are you absolutely listening to your heart's true desires, or do you just keep thinking about what you haven't got right now? Or not thinking about the possibilities? You know, maybe you're being too realistic, because most people are kind of reasonable and realistic with their goals or their dreams. You know, so they choose them like that are something that's really easily attainable. They don't stretch themselves because they base it on what they are right now. I want you to remember that you are capable of far more than you think that is possible in this moment. You are so much more capable of doing more of that. So Roshni, to be honest, you focus on what you don't want. Yeah, majority of people do, and then they wonder why they're getting things happening to them that isn't what they want. You know, so you have to switch your focus around. So before you can have what you want, you've got to get totally clear on what you do want. So what do you want more of in your life? What do you want less of? So I want you to make decisions from where you want to be, not from where you are right now. You cannot make decisions from where you are now if you want massive success. You can't do that. You have to make them from where you want to be. You've got to keep that vision of where you want to be in your mind. Okay, mindset hack number 2. Take the action. Take the action and step outside of your comfort zone. I want you to actually, my financial advisor, Chantal, my financial advisor basically told me I'm aiming to receive too much money in my retirement. Okay. So are they trying to dampen your dreams and your experiences? Is that what they're doing? Okay. I'll leave that one up to you to decide on that one. Okay. So, your action part. You've got to focus on the present and the one goal that's going to support your dreams. Because otherwise we have so much going on and we just can't focus on that one thing. And, you know, we're not letting it happen to us. So we are going to take some action right now. Whatever you desire, so if you want some more money, Chantal, how much specifically do you want? And what can you do? There's no more waiting now. What one action can you do? Don't wait for the perfect time. There is never a perfect time. There's never going to be a time where you are 100% ready or fully confident, or like Hazel, where you have all the money. There's never going to be that perfect time, because something's always going to come up anyway. Done is better than perfect. You know, which doesn't exist anyway. We know that. You know, perfect doesn't exist anyway. For some reason, we believe that we can only move forward if fear isn't present. So I want you to bin that one today. You know, we often see fear as the enemy, and, you know, it's there to keep us safe. Fear is there to keep us safe, and it's there to keep us in our comfort zone. It's one of the kind of the jobs that it has to do. But, you know, we often then see as the enemy. When the fear is coming up, we almost see as, oh, that's the clue that we've got to stop. But it's the complete opposite. You know, so I want you to expect the fear. It's always going to be there. Fear is always going to be there. So I want you to carry on anyway. But what I want you to do is, you know, it comes along to try and keep us safe, you know, to keep us in that comfort zone, to not step out of it. But the real problem isn't fear itself. It's not fear itself. It's giving fear the control. You know, it's letting us put our dreams in reverse. It's about giving in to the fear there and holding back what we really want to do. That's the enemy problem. That's the problem. Fear and excitement are actually on the same spectrum. You just think about the feelings that you feel when you feel fearful and you feel excited. They're on the same spectrum. So actually, tell yourself when this fear comes up, tell yourself, oh my God, how excited am I about all these opportunities that are coming up. Change it around. I want you to bring fear along for the ride, but I just don't want you to give it the steering wheel. I don't want you to give fear the control. Just bring it on and use it to be your driver, to be your motivation. You know, I want you to use it in that way rather than seeing it as it's this bad thing that's pulling up, you know. Once we give into it and we go, right, I'm giving up now, it's too scary. That's the bad thing. So I want you to actually feel the fear and do it anyway. It really is. So not waiting for the perfect time. I want you to now take some action today. So pick one small thing that you can do today, that you can do this week, that you can do within a month to move you one step closer to your goals. Just one thing. And I want you to do that one thing for 10 to 15 minutes each day. That's it. It's all about little progress each and every day. So you gain that momentum. You start then getting the confidence in yourself because things are starting to happen. You know, you feel more inspired because you start meeting people that are actually going to start making your possibilities come true for you. So I want you to do that. So yes, the financial advisor wanted me to aim for average retirement income. That, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's their job to obviously work on the average because they can't be seen if they overpromise. So they're obviously, the problem they've got is they are restricted by financial standards, aren't they, Chantel? So you almost need to have your financial advisor give you your financial advice there, but then you also need your pot to be working on for your dreams and what have you. So kind of separate them out, and then you can do your vision board on your dreams and things like that. Because their job, if they started telling you that you could earn millions, they'd all be put in jail, wouldn't they? So that's why they have to do that. Okay, so we are on, where are we at? We are on mindset hack number 3. So mindset hack number 3 today is belief. You've got to have 100% belief in yourself. You know, be open to receiving. Be open to receiving all the abundance that's in the universe that's there for you. Be open to receiving it. You know, so hold the faith and the trust that you will receive what you want. If you actually feel resistance coming up, then surrender and release those doubts and shift your thoughts straight away onto something else. Yeah, focus, action and believe. Thank you. Yeah, it's the FAB formula. F-A-B. It's the FAB formula. You know, it's a great, great formula to think about. So I want you to, if something comes up, push it to one side. Think about something else. Because the point is, if you want to reach your dreams, then you really cannot spend the next few, days, few weeks, months, years often it's years, opposing what you want. You know, when you are thinking that you can't get it, when you are thinking that it's not going to happen for you, that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy enough, that you know, it's not going to happen when you keep doing that. It's not, because you are playing right into, you know, your mind with that. You can't, it doesn't work in that way. Your mind doesn't work with negatives. So you've got to do whatever it takes to stay in alignment with what you've asked for. You know, you've got to feel like it's already happened. You've got to believe that it's a done deal. Could you imagine, you know, if every time you wrote a goal, you're really thinking, well, I'm not going to do that. Well, what's the point of writing it then? What is the point? If you've managed to write it, you've got to be able, you know, because you've thought it, it's got to be achievable. So absolutely believe that you can do it. You've got to always make the sentence as well. When you're doing it, you've got to write the sentence in the present tense. You know, such as I am, I do, I have. You've got to write it that way, because you know, again, we'll come on to the you know, the brain doesn't actually process the negatives. It doesn't know the difference between fact and fiction. So you know, if you think about your unconscious mind, it's an obedient servant, you know, and if you actually keep declaring something in the future, like I want to have or I will have, you know, then, you know, irrelevant of the negatives, then that's where the idea is going to stay, just out of reach in the future. So your unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between fact and fiction. You know, just think about the goal in the now as if it's happened. As Roshni said, energy flows where your focus goes. So focus on what you want and believe 100% that you're going to get it. So, right, there's my 3. I've gone over a little bit, haven't I, today? So think about now, what mindset shifts do you have to take on board for you to take on the belief that you can achieve the desire that you want? What have you got to change today? Make those desires non-negotiable too. So when you decide, you're cutting off the possibility of another option. You've decided that that's meant for you. So what are you going to choose today to focus on? And do the little exercises that I've put within that. And if you've enjoyed this today, please do let me know in the comments. Like I said, I read them afterwards anyway. Put them in the comments. What are your biggest takeaways that you've got from today? What action are you going to take from today's session? And please share it with people. You know, the more and more people that I want to inspire thousands of people. So please share this with anyone that you know that you think would benefit from these 3 hugely successful mindset hacks. You do those, you will start seeing a difference today. I promise you that. So please let me know what you've got the most benefit from. Please comment, you know, come over, and I've got some exciting stuff coming up over the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned so you don't want to miss out on that. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.